The idea of the rat race comes in.
Yes, the rat race.
So he describes this cycle where people work harder
To earn more money.
to earn more money,
Right.
but then their expenses and taxes rise.
Right, so they're not really getting ahead.
So they're not really getting it. It's like running on a treadmill.
Exactly. You're working harder and harder, but you're staying in the same place.
And so what he says keeps people trapped in the rat race.
Fear.
Fear
So-
of not having enough,
Fear of losing their jobs.
fear of taking risks.
Fear of taking risks.
So they just stay stuck.
They stay stuck in that safe, secure job,
Right. The irony is
which may not be so secure.
that clinging to that safe job might be the riskiest move of all.
Exactly. Because it prevents you from pursuing opportunities to build wealth.
Exactly.
And so he's not saying everyone should quit their jobs tomorrow,
No.
but it's about
Be open.
being open to possibilities. Yeah. And not letting fear dictate your financial future.
Yeah. And so speaking of challenging conventional wisdom,
Okay.
he has some pretty interesting solutions when it comes to corporations.
Yeah, he talks a lot about corporations.
Yeah, a lot of people think corporations are just for the super rich.
Right. They're this big, scary thing
Right.
that, only the wealthy can benefit from.
But he says that that's a misconception.
He says that anyone can use a corporation to their advantage.
Exactly.
It's a legal entity that can protect your assets
Yes.
and reduce your taxes.
And this is where he talks about the Robin Hood myth,
Oh, yeah, the Robin Hood myth.
which is the idea that taxes are all about taking from the rich and giving
Okay.
to the poor.
Right, like it's this,
Yeah.
social justice system.
Yeah.
But he says that that's not really how it works.
He says it's not that simple.
No, the reality is that the wealthy have figured out how to use the tax code to their advantage,
Yeah.
while the middle class often ends up paying more.
They don't understand
They don't understand the rules of the game.
the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And he's not condoning tax evasion.
No, not at all.
He's just saying
It's about being financially literate.
we need to become financially literate
Yeah.
to level the playing field.
Exactly. You have to understand the system if you want to play the game.
So it's about understanding the system
Yes.
and using it to your advantage
That's right.
instead of being taken advantage of,
Exactly.
which is a very empowering message.
It is.
And that leads us to this very intriguing concept of inventing money,
Inventing money.
which he talks about.
This is one of my favorite parts of the book.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit magical.
Right. It sounds like, you're pulling money out of thin air.
Yeah, but he emphasizes that it's not about some secret formula
No.
or getting lucky.
It's about developing your financial intelligence.
Yes.
And seeing opportunities that other people miss.
Like he tells a story about Alexander Graham Bell
Oh, yeah.
offering his telephone patent to Western Union
For $100,000.
or $100,000.
And they laughed him out of the room.
They laughed him out of the room.
Can you imagine?
They missed out on what became a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Talk about a missed opportunity.
Right.
That's what happens when you lack financial intelligence.
Yeah. And so he's saying anyone can develop this sense of inventing money.
Anyone can learn to see the world through a different lens
Exactly.
and identify those opportunities.
And he gives examples of how he did it.
Yeah, like buying those small houses for bargain prices
Sure.
and then, fixing them up and selling them for a profit.
Exactly.
Or, buying a mini storage facility
Yeah.
using creative financing strategies.
Exactly. And minimizing his taxes all along the way.
Right. He's not just making money, he's also keeping more of it.
So it's all about applying financial intelligence to everyday situations
Exactly.
and finding ways to create value where others might not see it,
That's right.
which is pretty inspiring.
It is.
And so we've talked a lot about the external stuff, like
Yeah.
assets, corporations.
Yeah.
But he also talks about the internal obstacles.
Yes. The mental game is just as important.
Yeah, that can hold us back.
Yeah.
And he identifies 4 main culprits:
Okay.
fear,
Fear,
laziness,
arrogance,
arrogance,
and cynicism.
cynicism. Those are the
Perfect.
4 big ones.
And he doesn't just list them.
No, he gives real-life examples.
He gives real-life examples of how these things can sabotage your success.
Yeah, like those Chicken Little types.
Yeah.
Who are always afraid the sky is falling.
Yeah.
And they miss out on great opportunities because they're so risk-averse.
And so he's saying, we need to overcome these things.
Yes, we have to master our emotions
Yes.
and our mindset.
And remember, inaction can be just as costly as making a mistake.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes not taking action is the biggest mistake of all.
Yeah.
You miss out on opportunities.
And he challenges this idea of job security
Yeah.
that so many people cling to.
He says, staying in a safe but unfulfilling job.
just because you're afraid to make a change?
Can actually trap you in the rat race.
Yeah, you're trading your time for money,
Yeah.
but you're not really building wealth.